Today, I'm back with another mega physical media deal video for you all. Today, I'm talking the Kino Lorber spring sale right now, and you have till the 24th to pick up on these items at a great deal. I mean, some of these prices are mind-blowing to me, so I picked up a whole bunch. I'll definitely talk about those, but I'm also just going to go through all the 4K ultra high definition movies from lowest to highest price just to give you my thoughts on each of them, which ones I can highly recommend that I have in my collection. So let's get right into this because we've been waiting for this Kino Lorber sale for the longest time. I didn't know if we were going to get it, but yes, we can rejoice. So let's get right into this, starting up with our lowest priced one. We got Silence of the Lambs, $13.99. That is a fantastic deal for an amazing movie, one of the best thriller suspense movies of all time. An amazing performance by Anthony Hopkins as Hannibal, and you get tons of great special features on this Kino Lorber release. Can highly recommend it. I have it in my collection. All right, next up we got Killer's Kiss for $13.99 as well. Now, I do have this one in my collection. It's a film from Stanley Kubrick. It's one of his classic movies, black and white. It's like a film noir. It's very short though. It's only about an hour or so, but I cannot highly recommend this one. I watched it one time and I'm pretty much good after that one watch. So I can't recommend the pickup on that one. All right, next up, we got Nobody's Fool with Paul Newman. Now, I've never seen this movie. The cover didn't really catch my attention, so I skipped on past this one, but that one's at $14.99. All right, next up, we got Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy at $15.99. Now, I was thinking about picking up this movie. I love the front cover. Definitely looked a little mysterious to me, but it is a spy espionage thriller of a film, which did catch my attention, but I don't know too much about the movie, so I didn't want to blind buy it at that $15.99 price, so I just passed that one too. All right, next up, a movie I did order is Spaceball Special Edition, but this one has no slipcase. It already tells you up front. But I'm still excited to get this movie. It is at $17.99, but it's one of the best spoof satire movies of all time. I mean, come on, you got Dark Helmet and Pizza the Hut. It's just so hilarious. The Schwartz, it's so funny. So I know I'm going to rewatch this one a whole time. So I definitely had to pick it up on this sale. All right, next up, we got The Great Escape, which is at $17.99 as well. And this is a fantastic movie. I already have it in the collection. It's one of the best war escape movies of all time. Just to see how they come up with different plans to escape the camp is really interesting. And you got great acting talent, awesome special features. So I can highly recommend that one. All right, next up, one I did order on this sale is going to be Some Like It Hot at $17.99 as well. Now, I don't know too much about the movie. You got Marilyn Monroe in it, but it does look to be like a comedy, so I definitely want to check out more classic comedies. That's why I ordered it. All right, next up, we got Hard Target at $17.99 as well, a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. So definitely going to be action there. Now, action isn't my go-to genre, so I skipped over this one, but you might be interested in it. All right, next up, we got Out of Sight, which I did think about just because of the name talent here. You got George Clooney, Jennifer Lopez, which definitely caught my attention, but don't really know too much about the movie. So at the $17.99 price, I just went and skipped over. All right, next up, one I did order was Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, of course, because you got Jim Carrey in this movie. Now, I hear this one is more of a drama, but most people tend to really enjoy this one. I've never seen it myself, so I definitely wanted to order this one at $17.99. I didn't think was a bad deal. All right, next up we got The Killing, and this one caught my attention as well. I did like the front cover. Seems to be another film noir, kind of suspense thriller of sorts. Now, I believe this is a Stanley Kubrick film as well, but because I didn't really care for The Killer's Kiss, I didn't want to blind buy The Killing, so I did skip over this one. All right, next up one I did order is Paths of Glory. This is a Stanley Kubrick film I did want to pick up on because I've heard great things about it, and I heard that it's more of a courtroom drama with the military, which definitely really intrigued me because I'm a big fan of A Few Good Men, so I'll definitely check out a classic version of that. Why not? All right, next up, and that one's $17.99 as well. All right, next up, we got Escape from Alcatraz, which is a Clint Eastwood film, very classic looking. Now, I'm not the biggest Clint Eastwood movie fan in terms of classic movies, like, I'm not really into westerns, so it's not one I absolutely need, and I remember not hearing the greatest things about this movie, if I recall correctly, so at 17.99, I just skipped over this one as well. Then next up, another Clint Eastwood movie, we got High Plains Drifter. Once again, not my go-to genre, westerns, so I just pretty much skipped over this one as well, but that one's 17.99. All right, next up, one I can highly recommend that I could not wait on. So I got this way before the sale. Should have waited, but just love this movie too much. Is Mystery Men, 17.99. This movie looks amazing in 4K, and it is just one of the best spoof satires of all time, making fun of the superhero genre. I mean, come on, this cast is great in here. You got Ben Stiller, who is just so hilarious as Mr. Rage, and you got Casanova Frankenstein and all these great characters. The Bowler, it is a whole bunch of fun. So if you like the superhero genre and comedies, Mystery Men, a no-brainer on this sale. That's the one I can probably most highly recommend. All right, next up, we got The Taking of Pelham 123, and this one is at 17.99. So I did order this one because I seen the remake, the one with John Travolta, and I really liked the remake. And so I thought, hey, might as well check out the classic one now. So it is kind of a blind buy, but because I like the remake so much, I'm gonna give it a whirl. All right, next up we got Death Wish on 4K for 17.99 as well. Now, I've seen this movie once before and I did enjoy it because it's pretty much a revenge story, kind of like The Punisher, but classic version. But I was good with the one-time watch. Don't need to own this one, so I'm going to skip past it. Next up, one I did order is The Italian Job at 17.99. Now, I've never seen the original of this movie, but I have seen the remake with Ed Norton and Mark Wahlberg, and I really did enjoy that remake. So, similar to The Taking of Pelham 123, I'm just going to go ahead and give a blind buy on this one, give it a whirl. Hopefully, I like it just as much as the remake. All right, next up, we got Marathon Man, also at 17.99, and this has Dustin Hoffman. It looks to be an action movie, but because it is the action genre and that's not my go-to, I'm going to skip over this one for now, but that one might interest you. And then finally, we do have Hannibal, the most expensive one for some reason, at 19.99, almost 20 bucks. But of course, you got Anthony Hopkins back in the role. And I do enjoy this movie when I did see it the one time, but I don't really need to own it in the collection. It's not on the level of The Silence of the Lambs, so I'm okay to skip past this about 20 buck price range. But there we go. Those are the best 4K deals going on right now for the Kino Lorber Spring Sale. And let me know in the comments below, what movies are you looking forward to getting in the mail from this Kino Lorber Spring Sale. And if you love collecting physical media just like me and being a part of this mega league of film fans, make sure you subscribe right now. That way you stay entertained and up to date on all the latest physical media topics.
A census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
And if you enjoyed this physical media topic, check out another video right now. And thank you so much, my mega membership supporters.